Hello everyone, welcome to GGCC 2025 event. Today we are honored to host Mr. Edward Clark here, CEO of our Citizenship by Investment program. He's previously served as Chief Compliance Officer of HSPC for 3 years.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you here today, and it's a pleasure to be attending the first ever GGCC, which is very exciting and great to be here in Singapore.
Thank you so much. We have a few questions for you.
Absolutely.
Actually, we are so excited when we heard that Nauru is starting new citizenship program, and all the insightful information makes us more excited because things are going faster and getting good demand. So we have some few questions about all this program.
Of course, happy to answer anything.
Thank you. Nauru citizenship program has been launched for nearly a year now. How will you summarize its development and main achievements so far?
We've very much been focused on getting established and building credibility in the market. I think I'm incredibly proud of the progress that we have made over the last 12 months. We've gone through the initial phase of launching the program, building our portfolio of licensed agents, and Globe Visa were one of the first agents to become licensed, which is great to have such a strong partner. And since then, we received our first applications. We've gone through that first process with the first batch of applications that have come through, and a number of them have already now received their citizenships. I think overall the application process at the start has gone relatively smoothly. There were a few teething issues, as you expect with launching a new program, but I'm happy to say we've been able to resolve a lot of those issues, and they haven't been posed too much of a challenge.
Okay.
So very happy with where the program is at today. We're really seeing a big increase in demand now, and we're really working to make sure that we can continue to process those applications efficiently and to a high standard, which we are doing.
Perfect. Actually, as I know, August, the first batch of passport has been delivered.
Correct.
So what do you see as the key factors behind this fast and successful outcome?
What we really encourage from people that are applying is to provide full disclosure. And the reason being is that we conduct due diligence behind the scenes on applicants, and if we identify something that hasn't been disclosed to us, that will then lead to us asking questions around why hasn't this been provided, and we need to bridge that gap. Whereas if information is provided up front, we have a full picture, and actually that makes the process go very smoothly. Working with a high quality agent is also very important because they can help guide you on making sure that the right documents are submitted, and getting that right up front makes it easy for the client because then there's not back and forth asking for more documentations. So if the agent knows what to ask for up front, then that will make the process go very smoothly. We had one case submitted recently where we received the documents at the end of August, and it's now mid-October, and we've already received the approval in principle, which is a little over 6 weeks. That was a very straightforward case. All of the documents were prepared up front. The applicant, when they applied, provided full information in terms of their profile, and everything went very quickly because of that. So those are the key things that we really look for.
Yeah, great. How is the application volume for Nauru citizenship program so far? Could you also share the market response and overall feedback from the investors?
Now application volume is sitting around 40 or 50 applications which we've received so far. We saw an initial pickup in demand when we launched the program, and then things went a little bit slow, and this is really expected because people were waiting to see the outcome of the program. How fast can the citizenship be granted? Is it actually legitimate? I can assure you we are. And once the market saw that actually the turnaround time is fast, it's working well, clients are getting their product, they're able to use the passport and travel on it. This has given a lot of reassurance to people that were interested. And since then, we've seen a big uptick in volume, specifically in August, September, and now October, which is great. And hopefully that will continue to increase.
Great. As a former Chief Compliance Officer at HSBC, how have you applied your risk management experience to make the Nauru program both trustworthy and sustainable?
So it's really important when we launch the program, design the program to stand the test of time and to stand up to international scrutiny. That's really important both for our program and also for the industry.
Sure.
So what I tried to do when I came in and set up the program was to apply a lot of the practices from being a chief compliance officer or being a professional in compliance from the financial services sector and apply that to the way the program has been done. So we've taken steps such as conducting a financial crime risk assessment and developing a program. So we analyse the risks in the way the program is designed that the program will face. And then we look at the controls that we have to mitigate those risks, and we assess what our residual risk is as a program. So putting those steps in place really help us to be able to demonstrate that we have a very robust program. And so when we go and talk to some of our international stakeholders, we can show them actually, these are the risks that we've identified, and this is how we are mitigating those risks, and this is how we protect the program, this is how we protect the reputation.
Yeah.
And being able to tell that story actually gives a lot of confidence to some of those stakeholders in terms of how the program is being run.
Yeah, sounds so solid.
And there are other things that we've done, such as introduced an independent audit of the program, which we do so voluntarily at our own cost, just to make sure that we have someone independently assessing our controls and our assessment of those risks to make sure it's done right. We also want to report transparently about the program, so we will be publishing our first annual report at some time in first or second quarter of next year. Again, we think that's important in terms of demonstrating transparency and robustness of a program.
Exactly. Nice. So our fourth question, for investors considering citizenship programs, how does Nauru stand out compared to other countries?
I think for Nauru, you have to look at it as a total package. And always, I will say, a lot of the time, it will depend on your unique needs. And we've seen a lot of very interesting applications for the Nauru passport and Nauru citizenship so far. A lot of them very unique. But I think overall, if you look at it, it's a very cost-effective solution in the market. It's a very efficient solution. The processing times are very fast.
Exactly.
It's a very politically neutral passport, and we've seen a lot of demand from applicants all over the world, including Germany and the US, because of the political neutrality and the benefits that provides. And then I think because of the way the program is designed, with robust due diligence, it means that we're going to be around for a long time. And we're not expecting there to be any impact in terms of our international reputation. We want to be able to protect visa-free access. We have seen in other programs have been impacted by that.
Yeah.
So we really want investors to know that their money is going into a program that is, as you said before, solid and can withstand that scrutiny, and will you're buying into a product that won't change, that will last or improve.
Perfect. Some investors are concerned that Nauru is a small country and they question the reputation and value of its citizenship program. How do you respond to these concerns?
I think they are valid concerns because Nauru is a very little known country. But I think if you look back over the last 10 years and you see the steps the country has taken to professionalise their government services, they've put in place a lot of checks and balances in terms of how they run their finances and how they govern themselves. They put in place back in 2015 an intergenerational trust fund, so now they're developing the economy to serve the future generations as well. And that's why the citizenship program exists as well. They're looking for innovative ways to diversify their economy, looking for innovative ways to raise funds. They do have limited natural resources, so they have to innovate. And this is what we're here to help them with. But really, I would say, go and look at the work the government has done over the last 10 years to really build their credibility and reputation, because that will speak for itself.
Yeah. Proud of you. We understand Nauru is engaging in diplomatic efforts to expand its visa-free list. Could you share which regions are being prioritized?
I don't think there are any particular regions that are being prioritized, but and I can't share with you what countries we are currently negotiating with. Okay. But there are negotiations in Asia, in Europe, and in Africa. And the Middle East. So there are a number of countries that we're working on at the moment. And, we're very looking forward to being able to announce some positive news around improvement in the visa-free access, hopefully in the near future.
Okay, sounds exciting. Let's see. With the market constantly changing, how flexible is the Nauru program's policy? What future improvements or adjustments are planned?
So We always are looking at our current policy settings to see if they are right for the market. We engage very actively with our agents. I was in Shenzhen just last week meeting with the Globe Visa team at their head office. And in that discussion, we talk a lot about what are the current policy settings, what do we possibly need to change. So we really value the feedback that we get from our agents and your clients on what they are looking for.
Yeah.
So we do consider that. Not everything can be changed overnight because obviously we need to engage with stakeholders. Some of the policies that we have are embedded in the law. So we are working on making some changes in early 2026. Some of the things that we're looking at is actually relaxing some of the eligibility criteria. Some of the markets that are restricted, that are prohibited, will move to being restricted. So we're looking to open up some of the countries that are eligible to apply. We're also looking at relaxing some of the definitions around dependents to make it a more family inclusive program. And I think we're already quite inclusive, but I think there's more that can be done. We're also looking at ways that we can make the application process a little bit more streamlined. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we made some further changes or announced some further changes, just small things where we had received feedback from our agents where we think we could be improved. So one example would be instead of having to get a copy of a medical practitioner's certificate, practicing certificate, we then came out with a list of approved medical practices that a client could go to. So it gave them a bit of options. We also relaxed some of the translation requirements just to make it a little bit easier for applicants in terms of the documentation. So little things like that we can tweak quite easily.
Yeah, great. So wishing you all the best. Actually, these are very valuable information and very insightful. So there is a huge potential I see recently, and wishing you the more. And thank you for your attendance today.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.